reported push to remove artifacts from the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture, NMAAHC, while there are no similar widespread reports concerning the National American Holocaust Museum. To understand this difference, we need to consider the specific context surrounding the NMAAHC situation. Reasons for the push to remove artifacts from the NMAAHC. Executive order and ideological concerns. In March 2025, an executive order was signed with the stated goal of removing improper, divisive, or anti-American ideology from federally funded institutions, specifically naming the NMAAHC as potentially problematic. This suggests a politically motivated effort to alter the museum's narrative. Specific artifacts and narratives. The reported removals include a Bible carried by a civil rights activist and a historical book documenting racism in the U.S. There is also concern about the potential removal of a lunch counter from the sit-in movement. These artifacts are central to the museum's portrayal of the African American experience, particularly the struggle for civil rights. Critics of the removals suggest they stem from an opposition to diversity, inclusion, and equity. Preservation as a stated reason. The museum cited preservation concerns, such as excessive light exposure, as the reason for returning some artifacts. However, this explanation has been met with skepticism by donors and civil rights leaders who believe a museum should be capable of properly preserving such items. Lack of similar reports regarding the National American Holocaust Museum. Broad consensus on historical significance. The Holocaust is widely recognized as a horrific historical event, and the museum's role in preserving the memory of its victims and educating the public about its dangers generally enjoys broad societal consensus. Focus on a specific historical event. The Holocaust Museum's focus is primarily on a defined historical period and event, the systematic persecution and murder of European Jews and other groups by Nazi Germany. While interpretations and discussions about its relevance continue, there isn't a similar political push to redefine its core narrative or remove key artifacts in the same way as the NMAAHC. International condemnation of Holocaust denial and distortion. There is significant international condemnation of Holocaust denial and distortion, which likely contributes to a greater level of protection for the integrity of Holocaust memorial institutions and their artifacts. In summary, the reported push to remove artifacts from the NMAAHC appears to be linked to a specific political agenda and concerns about the museum's presentation of African American history and civil rights. In contrast, the National American Holocaust Museum does not seem to be facing a similar politically driven effort to remove artifacts or alter its core historical narrative.